Hello there, welcome back to my channel Tech Chef Africa, a dialogue with tech entrepreneurs in the kitchen. And as you already know, this is the first of its kind in the tech community and the world at large. So today's topic is about the importance of tech communities to one's tech career journey. And we have a very beautiful lady who will be joining us today whilst we explore the tips and bits on this particular topic. Okay, so today our guest who will be joining us on this episode is part of the 30 women awarded the STEM Women Honors 2020 at the National Women in STEM Honors for her contribution in the field of work and education under STEM. With a blooming career watered by volunteer activities, community engagement, and leadership role, she aspired to be a tech policy analyst, contributing to dialogues that shapes the internet and its use. So I know that right now you are wondering who that is, and for some of us, I know that you already know who our guest is. So without wasting much time, let's welcome in Lily. As you can see, welcome Lily. Lily, it's so amazing to have you here today.
I'm on it. Yeah.
Oh.
The first time I have to do cooking out of my house.
Oh,
It's exciting to join you today, and even exciting to meet you again after everything that we have done. I think you have the rare opportunity to meet now because it's been long
time.
I'm excited to meet even all those online watching us.
Oh, so I can see that Lily brought us something today, and I'm very happy because what did you bring us?
I came bearing gifts, so it's wine for us. Probably when we are eating, we are going to go local, but I thought that we could throw in a bit of wine there. This is not local wine. I would have done local wine if I had it on the way, but I had this, so I thought I'd bring with me. So for you online, we drink when it will be helpful. So. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I think I'll keep this in the fridge.
Right.
So So Lily will just go straight ahead and introduce us to what she'll be cooking for us today, and also mention the ingredients that she'll be cooking with.
Right. So today I decided to go the easiest route. We know what tech does for us to make work easier, to make work faster. I thought I could do something that was very quick to do, and you could also try at home when you have some time. So especially when you want to have a very quick meal, want to do a quick fix, or friends who just came in without announcing, you could go this route with me. So today you're going to have ejumako ampesi. I'm actually but yes, ampesi works well for everyone.
Ejumako ampesi.
And then the response is you have to put in some money, but this is actually one on a budget. If you have any amount of money, say 50, 100 CDs, you can do this. So if you like more protein, right? The boka means that we put in some money, or we put in more money to eat. So if you want to have more proteins, you can have, say, I just have someone today. You can add meat, you can add different things to garnish your food, especially those who are protein lovers. So you can do that for yourself. But today I'm doing it on a budget. I'm even giving you a range. So between 50 to 100 cities, you could click this. And invite me. You should cite me as the source of this information.
Always target.
Yes.
Anytime you prepare this meal. Okay.
Right.
So what ingredients do you have today?
Okay. So I have for the main meal, right? For the main meal, we're going to have yam. So that this is here. And for our starter, we're going to have kelewele. Kelewele is Ghanaian. It's spicy plantain, and it's chopped into cubes so that you can have it in chunks and eat it quickly. And then you're going to have the kelewele. Normally we eat kelewele with granite in Ghana, and that's like more plant protein. I just thought I could do something different and add it and serve it with sausage. And I have a toothpick to make a mini kebab for us. And so we'll move on straight to our dessert. And with our dessert, you're going to have banana and some.
So who is Lily?
Fun fact, I'm a twin. So you may be meeting somebody that looks like me in town, and that's not me, it's my twin. And and I seize every and any opportunity to learn. I really think that there's always something to find out in very awkward places. and how I get inspiration for things I work on, for projects I work on, how I meet people. It's sometimes very, very weird to me because maybe I'm sleeping, something drops, and it's actually very linked to something I'm working on. I meet somebody introduces me to another person, I'm like, okay, fine, it's all streaming.
Yeah.
So there's no opportunity that I lose to meet people, to learn new things. What you're doing on here, there's something for me to pick up. How you've arranged the stuff. On a normal day, I'm just going to walk in and out many times to go read all these things. But yes, it's just for the convenience. So I've learned how to actually do this and have everything in one space, then you can expect. So about me, I'm going to be everything. I'm going to learn everything tech from people I've interacted with, and that's why I believe in communities. I've been able to chart a career path for me, and that's towards tech policy. And I'm happy to say people actually contributed to this journey. So from first entry into the space, learning computer science, and now wanting to be a policy analyst, I just find that it's a fine blend of learning, people, volunteering, and an urge and a zeal to impact.
Yeah. I totally agree with what she has said, because I know that Lily is a very wonderful woman, amazing woman, of course. And trust me, if you meet her anywhere, you would definitely fall in love with her. All right, so we'll just go straight to the starter.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so starters are normally hot or cold. Soups most often.
Yeah.
Right. Right now I'm armed for not war but for love. So food brings people together. So I'm going to have our kelewele. Kelewele is Ghanaian. I mentioned early on that it is very spicy, and what we love to eat. Ghanaians love spicy foods, and once you throw this in there, it's fast to cook.
For the meantime, we'll remove this. Yes, keep this here.
I'll talk about this. This is actually my star ingredient, my star item on this table today. Yes.
Interesting.
I'll tell you why. I brought it as a prop. Or you know how you do props for acting and everything. That is mine, and I'll tell everyone about it soon.
Yeah. So Lily,
Right.
we are interested in knowing what motivated you into joining the tech community.
Right. So let me not say I was dragged into it, but it was a need. You would realize you need it when the time comes. You realize that on your own you can do little. And as somebody who was learning computer science, my very first encounter in the computer science class was when I was learning C++. And I remember the lecturer telling us about pseudocodes, and he mentioned a name. He just asked, "What's your name?" Somebody answered and says, "Okay, I want you to come to the board, and I want you to." He read out the story problem and said he wanted a person to write a pseudocode, how it will work, And I was sitting there, I don't understand anything, but I'm very vocal, right? So even if I don't understand something, you don't know, because I would ask questions, and probably the question may be the answer, but because I'm vocal, you may think I know it. So I was struggling in the first class, and for a week or two, I had to speak to myself that, look, you came here for this.
So let me just help you with the oil.
Right. So I just told myself that you came here for this, and maybe you should just finish it and go home, who knows. Or probably consider changing your course in the second semester. So a week or so afterwards, I remember my daddy calling. My daddy had a Vodafone site he was working on campus. And so he normally came around. And I remember he called and said that he's heard about a lady called Regina, and she's doing awesome stuff, teaching ladies how to code and all that. And I'm like, this thing that I'm trying to understand, and it's very hard to understand, somebody already knows and is teaching people how does she do it, or how is she doing it, And I read about her online, and so that's the power of the technology you hold. So I read about her, and it turns out that my C++ TA, who at the time was female, you see there's inspiration.
Yeah.
She was female also, and I read that she was the co-founder for Regina, for the Tech Needs Girls program. I spoke to her, and she decided that, okay, if you want to talk to Regina, I can put you in contact with her. So how about we reach out to Regina and ask her if she can talk to people. So what I did was send Regina first an email, told her I had a number, and I'll be calling her. I don't know if you can grab tissue around.
Sure.
So what we did, I spoke to Regina, and let me just do that first. I spoke to Regina, and she agreed to be on a WhatsApp platform, to speak to us ladies and inspire us. And I'm happy to say that, I'm happy to say that most of us didn't leave the class. A couple did, but most of us stayed on and are now doing awesome in the field. So, that's my first contact with something, mentorship, something, somebody helping me.
Okay.
That brought about the spirit of community.
Okay.
But
you want me to help you with this?
right, thank you. So another interesting thing happened, which was when I was computer science society secretary in my third year. So when I became secretary, there was actually a community on our department called M Friday. And what M Friday used to do was to help people with projects, bring on projects, explain to people how they can collaborate and work on projects and all the stuff. So I remember our classmates used to go there, but for some time, when the people who were running the hub left, everything became so dormant and nothing was happening. And I remember Foster, everybody should know Foster right now because we were together. So I remember Foster was telling me, we're doing a hackathon as Computer Science Society executives. And we did the first one at that space where M Friday was being held. And Foster came to me and said that, okay, maybe we can do another hackathon. And I'm wondering, why do we have to do another hackathon? And Foster says, it's really interesting. So let's just do it. So let me just go up and let me just wash my hand again, and I'll be back to transfer this into this bowl and we continue the story. So just hold your breath on it. I'll not kill you.
All right. So whilst we wait for Lily to join us, there are some few things that I picked up from her discussion or her contribution so far. She mentioned that one, she's a computer science student. She was a computer science student. Most of us didn't know that. Actually, this is my first time hearing about that myself. So yeah, that's one thing that we've all come to know about Lily. The next thing is two, she's actually a twin. And fortunately, I have happened to meet her twin sister before.
Yes. So she definitely gets me confused.
Yeah. And you should definitely meet her too. She's also an awesome person, an amazing woman, of course. Yeah, so Lily, what are you doing right now?
So right now I'm transferring, what we did was on a normal day, right? On a very normal day in my house, I'm not going to wash it before putting this in, but we've had to work with the plantain. We don't know where it came from. Probably it was just brought in from wherever it was harvested. So we have to, since we didn't wash the whole plantain, we have to wash what we cut in. And now I have it all cut out. So what I'm going to do is to put my kelewele already made spice. The spices are available in the supermarket, but you can make yours. Like I mentioned, there's small pepper, there's small onion, there's anyhow you want to do it so that it's so spicy for you, and there's a bit of salt. So what I'm doing is to add as much. I hope people who are going to taste love so much pepper. Hopefully it wouldn't burn anyone, but this is what you're going to have for starters, and if it's hot, you'll be anticipating what you're going to have for the garden. Yes. So what I'm doing now is to mix our spice with kelewele. This chunky. You can make it as small as you want, but that's fine.
Azet, this is looking lovely. I can't wait to taste it though.
Right. Yeah. So I've said that I have a bold competition. Like, you have had men walk in here and show their passion powers.
Yeah. And I actually forgot to mention, Lily happens to be our first female guest.
That's how we do
on
it.
TC Africa.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Yeah, and I'm so happy because now I get to learn more from her as well,
And I get to also open the door for many more sisters to walk through the door.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of community and the essence of sisterhood. Somebody said in African homes, we actually don't measure the salt. We sprinkle till the spirit tells us, our ancestors whisper to us, it's okay. Here, I'm going to put in the salt. I'm going to taste it before my ancestors disgrace me. And I'm going to fry it. Right, so let me just do 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to stir it again and taste it. I can't be listening to spirits at this time, you know.
So since Lily has a science background, let me just ask this question, just for fun. What's the botanical name for salt?
Don't do this. Don't do this at this time. Don't just do this. Guys, if I have to tell you know, I give the tissue, she has to teach me that.
Okay, I think, yeah, that's why here is Tech Chef Africa, right?
Yes.
So since we have Google, we will just Google it and, you know,
Yes.
let you guys know, because that's the purpose of this show. We get to learn together, we get to explore together.
But I would salt have a botanical name.
I don't even know.
It actually have maybe a chemical composition because
composition.
it's not entirely. Oh, well, let me not say something that will cost me. Probably I'm thinking the botanical names are those who have all these roots and growing and flowers, and maybe this one will have chemical composition.
Very
But
true.
you know, I know what's the chemical composition. Just that I didn't revise. People, I didn't revise. But I know what it is.
Let's find out.
Right.
Let's
So
find out.
let me just give a hint. What I'm doing here is I've already stirred this. I think the sauce is okay, and I'm going to just let the sauce go in some more, and we'll go to fry it. You can fry it right away, but probably if you can feel the spice after you fried it, it would work better. So I'm just going to allow it to in a bit, and we can fry it.
All right.
Our oil is hot. Thanks in the for. Yeah.
Welcome. And I think I also have something to share. So salt chemical composition from Wikipedia says that salt is mostly sodium chloride, the ionic compound with the formula NaCl, which is for sodium chloride, right? Yeah, good. Okay, representing equal proportions of sodium and chlorine.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've all gotten to learn something new.
Yeah, thank you Thank you. This is where we thank Google for being such a friend.
Yeah.
For being such a friend.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe I should throw this in. Hopefully, one day, one of my dreams is to actually work for Google.
Ooh.
I like how you wake up and your updates. So you wake up and somebody in the team, a group in the team, thought about how to make something online better. So, and I don't have to screen grab again and share. When you screen grab, they just ask you whether you want to add to a collection, whether you want to share exactly directly. To some extent, I'm actually just wild when I see all this Google doodling, see they're celebrating people, see how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
So Google has the tech part, it has the community part, it has the impact looking part.
Yeah.
And like, this is where I have to be.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Hello, Google. So as you've heard her, please kindly reach out to her on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And add her to your team. Yeah.
Exactly.
So currently I can see that the color willing mixture is ready. Solution or mixture, whichever way you call it. So what are we
going to do?
Yeah,
We are going to
now.
fry this right away, and if I can have a plate with a tissue laid in, so that we have to soak the oil afterwards. We don't have to do it.
Edina. Yeah, I prefer Edina.
Yes.
Are you part of those Omo to Adiatu or your Makofi Kinata say? Would you not know that? Now what to south?
Very necessary. Our parents, that one wasn't passed on to us. You know, they have this, I don't know what they have in their bodies, but they're able to withstand all this hot one. My mom just picks this thing, and I'm like, no, we don't do that around it. No, we have to calculate.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do now is to hopefully nobody gets bent in this picture.
Yeah. So while we keep talking about tech communities and its importance in our career path, can you tell us some of the tech communities that you are part of?
Right.
Yeah.
Can I get another plate?
Another,
spread
yeah.
this out. Yeah, so there's the one that we have built in our baby, is the Hackler Foundation, which we've come to love. It was one that friends decided to work on, but now we've seen how it's grown. And we appreciate the love from the Ghanaian community, we appreciate the support, and we are looking to expand it. Now, I'm also a part of, in Ghana, there is, when we talk about tech communities, right? So those that offer help for both developers, program managers, and all that. So we have communities that allow even beginners with no initial tech knowledge to come in and learn something. So for Hackler Foundation, we allow you to do that. You are new to the space, you don't know so much what's happening, we're able to guide you on your journey, and then we help you to know or chart a course in your tech journey. And then I'm part also of Pi Ladies Ghana, so ladies who code in Python. I volunteer also with you know developers in Vogue.
Yeah.
I do that also, and what I also do is to be a part of the Internet Society Ghana chapter.
Oh.
And Internet Society is actually a global community, so you can be in Ghana and be in as many Internet Society groups across the world. You understand? And it's interesting really because people ask what do you do in the Internet Society? What we try to do is to have people advocate for things that they want to see online. So if you want to talk about access, if you want to talk about affordability, if you want to talk about cybersecurity, how do you ensure that the basis of the internet and the web is secured and open for everyone to use? So around the world, you hear people talk about net neutrality, where they're advocating that everything and anything should be online. But you have other people also on the side talking about how important it is to, probably to some level, set what's on the internet so that you don't have everything in public domain and you don't have even children chancing on things they're not supposed to be seeing. So all what we do around the Internet Society, and another one which I coordinate in Ghana, which is the Internet Governance Forum, is to talk about everything that is related to tech governance, strengthening the foundation, the structures that make up tech, and to allow that all the technologies that are built on and for the internet is accessible and made available for everyone. Yes. Wow. So these are a couple of groups, and from time to time I join in more. GDG Accra, at a point I was in the group, I think that was on campus, and I even, there was a chapter, or let me say a group on campus. I remember that was the first time there was Scotland, was it Scotland? Yes, they exposed that to it, and I'm like, this is beautiful. Yeah. Then there was Facebook, I think it's called Developer Sector. So
Facebook Developer Sector or something like that,
yeah. So there are all these around, and from time to time I join in their meetings, I get to learn, and I get to share also, because there's knowledge sharing in communities, and that's why it's important, because you get to know you know something, and you do another thing, and somebody gets to know you know something and learn from you, and you also learn from them. So that's how it goes.
That's true. Yes. And as you heard her, she has mentioned almost 5 tech communities that maybe if you are wondering which tech community that you want to join. She mentioned Hack Lab Foundation, in which I am also passionate about that foundation, a tech community as well. She has mentioned Google Developers Circle. She has mentioned GDG Accra. She has also mentioned Internet Society, yes, and Internet Governance Forum. Yes. She has also mentioned Developers in Vogue, and definitely I think Stronger Academy somewhere.
Of course. You know, that was where I began volunteering, really. I remember my daddy allowed me to leave school. In fact, he ensured that it was sometime around Friday and the weekend. And I did a travel in a day. So what I did was to come to Accra, and I even got to Accra late. So when I came, I had to just learn and volunteer some of the things that were happening, and I went back to Accra the very same day. I went back to Kumasi the very same day. I hope I'll okay, fine. So what I'm going to do is to cut my sausage. We will find this one. This is just a replacement. Yes, that's what's happening. And
so
let me
how has how do we call it? These tech communities shaped your career journey?
Right. Okay, so I get to learn. First off, is the feeling of belonging, right? So you're doing something you don't understand, you're not able to navigate your way around, but now somebody is there that can help. And normally it's an interest to somebody can actually be on your case to prosper. I mean, they want you to get it so much that you feel they're worried. That's how these communities are. They can literally be on your case, and I think it's beautiful. So you get to network, you get to meet people, you get to learn, and there's a point where you also get to share. So there's leadership that is built in the communities. And we should know that even as tech people, there are points that we need to show how it's done. Lead and let people know how it's done.
Yeah.
There is where people will share resources. There is where people would, you can't know everything, right? And there's no one person who is the sole repository of wisdom. So
Yeah.
somebody will share something and be like, oh, I've seen this and I didn't. I remember the person you all love to follow on Twitter, that's Adam, because he relates to us on different levels.
Adam Kumoji.
Yes, he was mentioning that he didn't know you could set rules for your mail on Outlook, you know.
Yeah.
Say, and that's because somebody mentioned it to him. And see how beautiful it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's something you find out along the way that somebody would have to prompt you on.
Yeah.
And it's not supposed to be you only sharing. And I do have this very interesting thing that I've learned. If you're in a community where you are the star, it's time to move. It's time to move if you are the star in the community, because there's no impact for you. You are everybody looks up to you, so how are you learning? So there should be something that challenges you in the community. There should be something that once you want to come back, and once you want to, makes you want to learn, interface, help. Even if it's not you learning, it should be you wanting to give back. But if you are the only star and nobody is able to show you anything, you watch and running, it's a one-man something.
But how do you get to know that you are the star or the face of the community, and
so
this is time for
you are doing all the work. To some extent, you can't even delegate. You're looking, there's somebody who has to do a job, and everybody's like, Lily, I wonder, so have I really impacted? So there was something I was actually battling, right? It was being able to delegate. And I realized that it made me feel like it made me feel I had lost a superpower if I wasn't able to juggle a lot of things. But I realized it's not the case.
Yeah.
You don't have to juggle everything to be a superpower. You actually have to, when there's impact is where your superpower is.
Yes, yeah.
So you're able to give back to somebody does what you're doing, like, Lily taught me.
Yeah.
Somebody taught you. That's a superpower.
Yeah.
She's handed on something to you, and then you're able to see and appreciate the level of growth.
Yeah.
If you're in a community and you enter the community, there should be a pathway for you to enter and grow to potential leadership. You shouldn't always be at one place. And that's what I want to try and do with the communities here in Ghana, and especially the Heart Club Foundation.
Trust me, you.
Yes.
She has actually fed us in with so much wisdom when it comes to the tech community. And speaking of superpowers,
what's my superpower?
Definitely.
I know how to avoid trouble. I just run out of trouble. Like,
what is your superpower?
My superpower is being able to run away from trouble. You know how people be like, I should have known this. I make myself so vulnerable that when I sense trouble coming, I should run. I like to take risks, right? But when I'm talking to you and I see that where it's going to is getting serious, I would be like, see, let's not talk about this. Let's leave this for now. Let's do another thing and probably come back and look at it. If I'm doing something and then I know that, look, what I'm going there, it's not I need help. I think it saves, first of being able to run away and ask for peace. It saves friendships. And it's able to let you know that, look, beyond what you're doing, beyond the work that you want to achieve, there's a relationship you want to save. There is that's not to say that if you are in an abusive relationship and you sense trouble, make it work. No, I've broken up before.
Yeah.
And it's not because I didn't sense that we're hitting that. So there are differences, but don't escalate everything because you want to send out a message. Yes, there's a point you just stay back and be like, okay, I think this should be done this way. I think we should relook at this, and everybody's happy. Yes, I avoid trouble.
She avoids.
Run away. Sense it and run.
When you sense the trouble coming, please run away. And also, she did mention that if you need help, don't be afraid to ask. Because for all you might know, someone is also out there wishing that you just approach them and they will be willing to help you in whatever area that you want to build yourself up in. So what are we doing next?
We're going to watch sausage and fries also.
I think
The
you
killing
need water, right?
Yeah, water. So actually we do our short kebab.
Okay.
We do a couple of them. Maybe somebody, you can eat 20. People behind the curtains are going to be very short kebab.
Okay. Do you need help? Let me wash it.
Yes,
for you.
I would appreciate it. Thank you. So what can I share well effortlessly? I could probably share on how you can enter the space and rise. Aside to being in communities, right? I just look out for programs where I can learn, where I can meet people. So I've done this on my podcast, yes, and I have a podcast. And that podcast is actually amplify the conversations I have with my friends backstage. So one of the things I tell people is that when you're entering any field, especially the IT field, what you need that can sell you is your technical skills. So what are you bringing to the team? Your front end, do you know HTML? Your back end, what do you program in? You are a project manager, how do you engage your timelines? You are this, what is the technical skills you bring on board? Even if you don't have all at a go, you should have something that could be able to execute tasks and allow you some time to learn while you are on the job. And as you go up, that's when we talk about relationships and connections, not connections as in protocol. You know what you do in Ghana protocol, not that. But it's for you to prove your worth and have, and for you to prove.
What have we got into now?
Right, so we've been at this for quite some time. We've had our starter ready. We are going into our main meal. Like I mentioned early on, we are going to cook our yam without peeling it. And I mentioned that it's believed there are nutrients that are in the back for us, and also my own theory is probably because we avoid wastage. Once it's cooked, you just be able to peel it gently. So we'll cook this right now, and because you want to save time, we'll boil our water so that there's already some heat in there, and then it's faster. So that's what we're going to do now, and I'm going to boil it. I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So at one go, I also boil my eggs with the yam, and then we have it in one bowl, and afterwards we just eat it. And I love the yam soft, so I'm going to keep it on for a bit of time while we do other things. So we'll move to our garden egg, and finally to our oil that we'll use for abom, ajumako, and pesi, and abom. Right, so guys, I'm going now to put my yam. The yam goes in, and we put a bit of salt, and then put a bit of salt, and together with our egg. There are some of them that look brown. You can work your way around it with your hand when it's cooked, so you don't cut everything. You can just wash it, make sure it's well washed, and once it's cooked, you're able to remove the part that look brown. You can break it off. You can, So let's do this, and
let's do this.
yeah.
As for me,
What's
the most important part of this cooking show or this particular episode is for her to finish cooking. She gets to serve me.
Yes, and you eat.
I eat.
The beauty
And
of
give me my
hosting the
feedback.
show.
Yeah.
So,
I think.
Let me put salt.
So, do you want me to pour some of the water away?
You should wait.
Okay.
Let's see. The nice part about this is that you can always pour the water out if you don't need it.
Okay.
So I need something to actually, like I said, my sisters don't talk to me like this. So I need a ladle or something to just try this. Yeah. What's so?
Alright.
Once the water is salty, you should trust your yam to be fine. It should work well. Okay. You're not trying to mummify anybody with salt. So let me put the egg should go in gently. And soon enough, you realize that if it's almost boiling, the eggs may start to crack. But there's no fault. You can still work our way around it. If I need to cover this now.
Okay.
Ooh, that was hot. That is hot.
Day.
Yes. How's my schedule like?
Yes.
You don't want to know. When I wake up in the morning, right? I legit feel scared sometimes.
Oh.
So yes, like sometimes when you're looking at the schedule, you're like, can I meet this? Can I do this? Can I do that? And it will turn out that yes, some of them you accomplish. Other ones will have to move to the next day. But it's good if you have a plan so that you know that for this one you can move it to the next day. You know, and it works well. It's fine. It's fine if you cannot achieve everything in a day. But normally when I wake up that way, feeling all scared. Let's watch this first. Feeling all scared. What I do is, you know what they say that you shouldn't reach out for your phone first. You should probably have some meditation.
Yeah.
I love to read U version and it's on my phone. So I go to read U version and I see messages and I shuffle between reading the Bible and replying messages on all those that come with it. So I just read a word and normally the word is what runs with me through the day, number one. And you know, I just mentioned that people say that you shouldn't look at your phone first. Aside you focusing in the morning, it's able to keep you from people dragging you into their schedules and you running your own day. Because when you read your WhatsApp message in the morning, somebody says, hi, can you do this? Can you do that? And you're like, maybe I can help. And so you go straight into doing this, you know, and you leave yours. So when I wake up, I see that there are many things that I leave like for the next day. So when I wake up, I already know that, look, I have this to do. And sometimes I write it. And if you know all the other meetings I have, but it's a day full of learning, full of trying to do a bit of everything. So when I know that I cannot finish something a day, maybe I'll just set the tone. So if it's an article I'm writing, I just write the title of the article and put it in a Google Doc, and I'm like, okay, I can look at it maybe when I'm on my way home, or maybe when I'm I realize something about me. When I say I'm going to work, it means I'm sitting behind my PC to work. When I feel overwhelmed and I leave my PC and I use my phone, it feels less of work. So I can actually work a lot on my phone, feeling that it's not work.
It's not work.
It feels like maybe you're just doing something. So when I'm overwhelmed with the laptop, I just switch to my phone and I'm on the phone, and because you can access Google documents, you can use. Yeah. So you just run from work to more work, but in a way that doesn't make it feel like work. Yeah. So that's a typical day: meetings, learning, getting on because I do marketing and also managing e-digital channels, right? No, e-channels for sales. I just look out for what's happening. Does anybody need any help? What new products do we have? What can we do? Updates on the e-commerce side and updates on the corporate websites. So I do all those. Check for bugs. Yes, I do. I even do system testing for myself because I have to find out that it's working and working well. Yeah. So I do all those, and then I'm able to give reports. There are daily reports I give, so I have to make sure. No. Yeah. So I have a boss, so others report to me. I also report to my boss. Yes. So we work collectively as a team, and I like the feel that it's a team. You're able to listen and work with people, and people are able also to listen and work with you, and it's just beautiful. Because in the long run, what did they say about teamwork? It makes the dream work. So it's beautiful, and for me, to some extent, I always feel like I'm running a marathon, because when I do one thing for so long, it feels mundane. Yeah, you have to switch it up. So how I actually catch my breath within the day, like trying to refuel, is when I'm watching Undercover Boss or American Got Talent or Steve Harvey and the Kids or Ellen DeGeneres. So all these reality shows, right, especially Undercover Boss, it just gives me this edge to look out for problems and solve. When I can actually watch American Got Talent and be crying. Like, I was crying, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I remember one time I wrote an exam that I was not so convinced about online, and I went to watch a movie that night. I cried like a baby. I woke up and I'm like, look at your eyes. Just look at your eyes. And it's like, I just find a way. Yes. I just find a way for the tears to come out, you know. But because I'm a hard girl, it doesn't have to come out like nothing triggered it. Something has to trigger it, and American Got Talent has a way of triggering it. And when I go to watch all these sessions, I look for the best this, the best that, the golden butter, kids auditioning, and you know the inspiration that comes. Watch yourself. No, don't kill me. My area has come. So nobody's ever in this house.
I think Reagan is no.
Reagan, not area.
No.
Okay, my
Oh. It's actually new. Yes. All these were taught.
Really? You want to make
Hey. Make it nice.
I saw you soon. I'll put the only one thing. Alright. This one I will not cook it. What I'll do is I will midwich it with palm oil on it.
Palm oil, okay.
Yes. Even this one I cook it, I remove the seeds. I don't want it.
Okay.
Okay. We gwitch it.
Alright.
I'll throw this away.
Okay.
And I will start here and washing my money. Watch yourself.
Hello, lovely viewers. We are done, and this is looking so beautiful. Lily, we are bowing. So as you can see, Lily is done cooking for us, and I'm not going to take the glory right now because I am just here to eat and give my comments. So yeah, Lily, tell us what you have here then.
Right. So today
to eat.
I mentioned earlier on that we're going the fastest route. It turns out it's not too fast, but then it's easy to do. So we normally have kelewele with granite, but I went with kelewele and sausage for a starter. And we move straight into ajuma kwampisi and a boom. So we didn't remove the peels. What we want to do is to have you peel it yourself. Our boys will stay in a length. There's a nutrient that we preserve if you cook it this way. And so here we have our salmon, F1's kako that she loves. We have the egg and we have the pear. So there's a bit of everything in there for you. And we went straight to our fan bun, and the newest entry is choke. So fan bun choke. So we have fan milk, we have banana, we have granite, and we have chocolate for our dessert in one bowl. And
at this juncture, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to serve. No, actually, the guests get to serve me, and I'll just taste.
Right. So should I do a bit of everything? Maybe I can do the starter first. You eat that first, and then you tell me what you like about it. Okay, no, I can just actually take this way. So let's have 3.
Alright, thank you.
We'll move into this. Let me have this. I'll just keep this for later when I'm eating myself. So tell us.
So this is kelewele with sausage. Yeah. Alright.
This is what it is. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, my people. Fingers crossed. No,
You want, but you won't get.
The thing is, I'm not going to show you fake. That's the thing.
Trust me, this is good.
Thank you.
100% for this one.
Thank you.
This is good. Try it at home. Just get your kelewele spices with ripe plantain and what? Sausage.
Oh, somebody dug in. Thank you. Thank you.
I love it. Then to us with the next one.
The next one. So I'm going to give you some of the yam, and then we're going to have also the egg that we have here, and then okay.
People are watching, but the funny thing is, you won't get.
You don't get it. So that's like to be in F1's kitchen, like with the love of her life. So F1, here you go. And this one you don't have to use a fork. You have to peel it and eat your hand. And let us know.
Oh, you can serve yourself.
Oh, right. You don't get to serve yourself. And I'm just
And
having
eat
one.
together.
Okay.
2. Okay. Nah.
Right.
Alright.
Then I'm eating just one.
Oba member ya bro for Sambia how far did it become?
First, you have to keep the brand. This is why there's no special reason. Backstage, you hear. Ooh.
Yeah.
Sure. Backstage, you hear from us.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm also going to. And I'll take someone. If I wants couple to that's it. Okay. Gucci. So there we go together.
Yeah.
You said that we peel the
The
yam.
yamming.
Yeah, you see, so no wastage.
Okay.
Yesterday was World Food Day, 16th of October. So we try our best not to waste the food. As you can see, I'm using both hands. I've washed both hands. I am as cold now. I am is cold. You don't have to make it cold. You don't have to wait all.
Yeah. Check. Yeah, but then tell me what's in it.
It's cold. You can get into this one. Hit the head.
Alright.
My people, see you another time. Okay.
Stop watching me. Oh.
What's going down?
Oh good.
Eat some of your food.
Charlie?
Everything. Now I'm thinking about something. If somebody decides to scream.
This is good. This one I don't want to stop.
You ready?
Let me taste the salmon.
Someone's on point. I like it. Eat a yam fast. You said it's soft. You know.
At this point, I know that my cameraman.
I want to go for the cartoon.
Now she's joining the brand.
The cartoon brand.
The Kako brand. Oh. This is good. I love the local taste.
My star ingredient.
Hey,
The green.
the green leaf.
Yeah. Talk about it especially. I like it.
Lily,
Yo,
your album is very nice.
the fact of the matter is that I'm eating with you people afterwards.
But this is nice. Okay, so Lily, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for cooking this nice meal for us. Yeah, so once we've come to the end of the show, we want you to look into the camera and give us your last words of encouragement to anyone who is interested in starting a career in tech, and also your ending statement for people who want to join a tech community. Let me just.
Right. Thank you so much. So in conclusion, I want to reiterate the point that you can't, or it is difficult doing it on your own. If you have support of community, it makes the work easier. You don't get so frustrated early, and there's somebody who has gone ahead of you who can share pointers and who can assist you on your journey. So be open to meeting people, be open to networking. And for anyone seeking to get into the tech field, I just want to point out the fact that around the world, we are working to make tech a natural extension of who we are. So beyond building technologies, we are looking to advocate for what is good what's accepted, how we can play safe online, and that is why we need all hands on deck. Your expertise, your talents, your technical skills, and everyone's input can make shipping technology and the internet one that is worthwhile.
Okay, so Lily, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for cooking this nice meal for us. Yeah, so once we've come to the end of the show, we want you to look into the camera and give us your last words of encouragement to anyone who is interested in starting a career in tech, and also your ending statement for people who want to join a tech community. Let me just.
Right. Thank you so much. So in conclusion, I want to reiterate the point that you can't, or it is difficult doing it on your own. If you have support of community, it makes the work easier. You don't get so frustrated early, and there's somebody who has gone ahead of you who can share pointers and who can assist you on your journey. So be open to meeting people, be open to networking. And for anyone seeking to get into the tech field, I just want to point out the fact that around the world, we are working to make tech a natural extension of who we are. So beyond building technologies, we are looking to advocate for what is good, what's accepted, how we can play safe online. And that is why we need all hands on deck. Your expertise, your talents, your technical skills, and everyone's input can make shipping technology and the internet one that is worthwhile. So see you on another episode where I will join in, and thank you all for being a part of today's show. I know if I will give her concluding words proper, but it's been awesome being here today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lily.
Oh my God!
And
I'm seeing
you know,
something. I'm seeing something.
We don't leave our guests empty-handed whenever they come here to cook for us. They spend time with us, they educate us, they motivate us, and we at Tech Chef, we just want to say thank you so much for leaving your home to come to our kitchen to cook for us. And this is a very nice package from my team to you.
I think that you hold it proper. Thank you. Oh.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
I
coming.
know that you know what's in, but this is beautiful. Thank you so much, Ifwa. And that's so thoughtful of you, really.
Welcome.
I didn't see this
Welcome.
coming. Thank you
Welcome.
so much. This one you strike a pose.
Yeah. And yeah, to my lovely viewers, thank you so much for staying with us to the end of this dialogue or this episode. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Leave your comments on the comments section, or just inbox us with any questions, suggestions, anything at all. Just let us know. And please don't forget to like this video and also share. And finally, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't, and hit the notification button. Bye.